Welcome to my channel. Subscribe, listen and enjoy my stories every day. I met Anna at a gallery opening downtown. She was as mesmerizing as the art on the walls, her laughter a melody that seemed to echo through the crowded room. I was drawn to her grace, her ease at making everyone smile. From the first hello, I felt something click. It didn't take long for our casual chats to turn into late-night phone calls, where every topic felt like uncharted territory begging to be explored. One evening, as we strolled through the city park, the autumn leaves crunching underfoot, Anna confessed her dreams of lavish trips to exotic destinations and a life filled with luxury and grandeur. Her eyes sparkled under the streetlights as she detailed her desires for the finer things in life. I, on the other hand, managed a small bookstore, barely scrapping enough to cover rent each month. But in the warmth of her gaze, I found myself nodding along, weaving tales of fake business trips and investments. Yes, I travel a lot for work, I lied smoothly, the words tasting bitter on my tongue. Business is really taking off. Anna beamed, squeezing my hand. I knew it. You seem like someone who's going places. The lie snowballed from there. Each date, I spun more elaborate tales, and with each nod of her head, my heart sank deeper into the web I wove. I told myself it was harmless, just little lies to keep the magic alive. Tonight, however, was different. I had invited Anna over for a romantic dinner at my modest apartment. I spent the day cooking and setting the scene, hoping the ambience would overshadow the humble setting. As she stepped in, her eyes roamed the small space, but her smile never faltered. "This is so cozy, and something smells amazing," she exclaimed, kissing my cheek. The evening was perfect, at least initially. We laughed over homemade pasta and cheap wine that I joked was a rare find. Anna's laughter filled my small living room, and for a moment, I believed in the illusion I'd created. But as the night wore on, a strange heaviness settled over me. My head began to spin, my limbs felt distant and uncoordinated. I tried to focus on Anna's face, but it was like looking through a fog. "Are you okay?" Anna's voice seemed to come from far away. I think I need to lie down," I managed to murmur before everything went black. In the haze of forced sleep, I caught fragments of a conversation not meant for my ears. "Yes, sleeping. Yeah, couldn't find it, no money, cheated on me, bitch, yeah, love, kisses." Each word pierced the fog, a betrayal sharp and clear. I awoke to silence and an apartment that felt emptier than before. It didn't take long to realize that my few valuables, the ones I had boasted were antiques and family heirlooms, were gone. The realization hit me like a punch to the gut. I hadn't just been robbed of my possessions, I had been robbed of my trust. As the initial shock faded, a cold resolve settled in its place. I knew I couldn't just let this go. Anna, or whoever she really was, had taken more than just physical items, she had taken my peace of mind. I needed to find her, not just for revenge but to reclaim a part of myself that I had willingly given away under the guise of love. With nothing more than a determination fueled by betrayal, I started my quest to track down the beautiful thief who had turned my life upside down. The morning sun does little to warm the chill in my bones as I start piecing together the scant clues Anna left behind. First, I rifle through my disheveled apartment, hoping to find something, anything, that might lead me to her. A receipt, a note, a forgotten item. But she was meticulous, nothing seems out of place except the missing items. Frustrated but not deterred, I head to the gallery where we first met. Perhaps someone there knows more about Anna. The gallery owner, Mr. Thompson, is rearranging a new exhibit when I arrive, his hands full of delicate pottery. "Can I help you?" he asks without looking up. "I'm looking for information about someone I met here at the last opening." "Anna," I say, watching his expression carefully. Mr. Thompson pauses, the name registering slowly. "Anna? Tall, brunette. Always has a silver clutch." "Yes, exactly." I reply, a spark of hope flickering. He sets down the pottery and wipes his hands. I remember her. Charming. She asked a lot of questions about the pieces, especially the more expensive ones. But I haven't seen her since that night. Disappointment gnaws at me, but before I can thank him and leave, he adds, you might want to talk to Jeremy, though. He mentioned her once. They went out a couple of times. Jeremy? I probe, eager for any lead. Yeah, he's a regular here. He should be in later today. Stick around, Mr. Thompson suggests, returning to his work. Hours crawl by as I wait, nursing a coffee at a nearby cafe, turning over every moment I had shared with Anna, trying to see the lie from the start. As dusk begins to settle, I head back to the gallery. Jeremy turns out to be a tall, wiry man with sharp eyes and a cautious smile. I approach him as he examines a sculpture. Excuse me, are you Jeremy? I ask. He looks me over, his guard up. I am. Do I know you? No, but we have Anna in common, I say, watching his reaction closely. Jeremy's eyes narrow. Anna? What about her? We were seeing each other, but she disappeared last night. Mr. Thompson said you might know her. A flicker of concern, or is it guilt, passes over his face. Look, I don't know where she is. We went out a few times, and then she just ghosted me. But if you find her, let me know. She took something from me, too. Can you help me find her? I plead, desperation seeping into my voice. Jeremy sighs, scanning the now empty gallery before nodding. All right. I think she mentioned a bar once, where she hangs out. It's a start. Together, we head to a dimly lit dive bar in a forgotten part of the city. The place is crowded, smoky, and reeks of desperation. We split up, asking around, showing Anna's picture to anyone who'll look. After what feels like hours, a bartender leans in close, her voice low. Yeah, I know her. Anna, right? She was here last night, bragging about some score. Did she say where she was going? Jeremy asks, his voice tight. Nah, but she was with a guy. Tommy, real shady type. Hangs around the pool halls downtown, she says, jerking her thumb towards the door. As we leave the bar, the night air feels even colder. To the pool halls, then? Jeremy asks, determination setting his jaw. I nod, my resolve hardening. To the pool halls. The chase is on, and with every step, Anna's web of deceit unravels slightly more. But with each unraveling thread, the path ahead seems even more fraught with danger. The night deepens as Jeremy and I make our way to the heart of the city's rundown district, where the neon signs of pool halls flicker like the last beats of a dying heart. The air here tastes of old smoke and broken dreams. We push open the door to Stick and Cue, a place that feels like it hasn't seen a good day in decades. The clack of billiard balls and the murmur of low conversations greet us. It's a shark's tank, and we're the fresh meat. Jeremy leads the way, his eyes scanning the room with a practiced caution. There, he whispers, nodding towards a corner where a man with a greasy comb-over is racking up balls. That's Tommy. We approach, trying to look casual, like we're just here for the games. Tommy sizes us up with a sneer as we near his table. What do you want? He barks, not bothering to mask his annoyance. We're looking for Anna. We heard she was seen with you, Jeremy states, his voice steady despite the tension. Tommy laughs, a harsh sound that doesn't reach his eyes. Anna, huh? Lot of guys looking for that one. What's she to you? Before I can speak, Jeremy steps forward, his stance firm. She owes us. And we're not leaving until we find her. Tommy sizes us up, his gaze calculating. Then, with a shrug, he leans back against the pool table. Might be I know where she's at. What's it worth to you? We just want information, I interject quickly. We're not here to cause trouble. Tommy grins, showing yellowed teeth. Information is a commodity, my friend. Everything has a price here. I glance at Jeremy, who nods subtly. I reach into my wallet, pulling out some bills. Will this help you remember? Tommy's eyes flick to the money, and his demeanor shifts, a slight nod sealing the transaction. He pockets the cash and jerks his chin towards the back door. Heard she's holed up at the Marlowe Inn. Room 212. Don't tell her you heard it from me. We leave the pool hall, the night now stretching ominously ahead of us. The Marlowe Inn is only a few blocks away, a dingy motel that looks like it harbors more secrets than guests. As we approach room 212, every step feels heavier, every shadow a lurking threat. Jeremy positions himself by the door as I knock, my heart thumping loud against my ribs. The door swings open, and there she is. Anna looks different, her usual polish replaced by a wary tension. What are you doing here? She hisses, her eyes darting between me and Jeremy. We need to talk, Anna, I say, keeping my voice even. About what happened the other night and about everything you've taken. Her stance hardens, and she glances back into the room nervously. It's not a good time. You need to leave. But it's too late for backtracking. Jeremy pushes past her into the room, and I follow, the door slamming shut behind us. The room is cramped, the air stale. And there, on the bed, is a suitcase, open, filled with various items, including some of my missing valuables. Anna, what is this? I demand, anger and betrayal tightening my voice. She backs away, her facade crumbling. I can explain. Please, just listen. But before she can say more, the bathroom door opens, and a large man steps out, his presence filling the room. Who are these guys, Anna? He demands, his voice a deep rumble. The situation escalates quickly, the room a taut wire of tension, ready to snap. As we stand there, caught in a standoff, I realize this web is more tangled than I ever imagined, and finding our way out will require more than just confronting Anna. The air in the cramped motel room is thick with tension. Anna stands, cornered, her usual composure shattered by the presence of the burly man who just emerged from the bathroom. His eyes are cold, calculating as they flick from Jeremy to me. Who are you? Why are you harassing Anna? The man demands, stepping protectively in front of her. Jeremy squares his shoulders, ready for a confrontation. She took something from us. We're just here to get it back. The man laughs, a low, menacing sound. Is that what she told you? That she's just a thief? He turns to Anna, his voice softening mockingly. Did you play the poor little rich girl again? Anna's eyes flicker with fear and anger. Marcus, please, she pleads, it's not like that. Marcus shakes his head, turning his attention back to us. You boys are in over your heads. Anna isn't some random thief. She's working for me. I feel a chill run down my spine as the pieces begin to fall into place. Working for you? Doing what? Marcus smirks, enjoying the reveal. We find targets, rich, gullible types who think they've struck gold with Anna. She gets close, finds out where the money is, and then we clean them out. But I'm not rich, I protest, the reality of the deception sinking in deeper. Marcus's laughter fills the room. Not yet. But you were supposed to be. Weren't you the guy with the booming business and the fat bank account? His eyes gleam with amusement. Anna has a knack for finding the ones who like to pretend they're more than they are. Jeremy steps forward, his anger barely contained. So you set her up to con people like us? What's the end game here? The end game, Marcus replies coolly, was always about money. But looks like she messed up with you. No cash, no score. The betrayal stings, but it's overshadowed by a growing realization. I look at Anna, her posture defeated. Why did you do it, Anna? Why me? Anna's voice is barely a whisper. I didn't know about the lie until it was too late. Marcus found out you weren't rich, but he made me keep going. He thought you might lead us to bigger fish through your contacts. The confession hangs heavy in the air. Marcus grunts, impatient. Enough of this. You two need to leave. Forget about Anna and forget about this whole mess. Jeremy looks at me, a silent question in his gaze. I nod slightly. We're in too deep to walk away now. As Marcus turns to grab the suitcase, Jeremy lunges towards him, and I dive for Anna, pulling her out of the way. The scuffle is quick and chaotic. Marcus is strong but surprised by our resistance. I manage to wrestle the suitcase away, spilling its contents, money, jewelry, and documents, all evidence of multiple cons. In the struggle, Marcus trips, hitting his head hard against the table edge. He collapses, unconscious. Anna gasps, her face pale as she stares at him. We need to call the police, I say, my voice firm despite the adrenaline pumping through my veins. Anna nods, her defeat evident. Yes, call them. I'll testify. I'll tell them everything. As sirens wail in the distance, Anna turns to me, her eyes filled with tears. I'm sorry, she whispers. I never meant for it to get this far. The police arrive and take statements. Marcus is arrested, and Anna is taken in for questioning, promising cooperation. Jeremy and I walk out into the early morning light, the weight of the night's revelations heavy on our shoulders. Did you really have contacts with richer connections? Jeremy asks as we walk away from the chaos. I shake my head, smiling wryly. No, but pretending I did just saved us. Guess there's something to be said for a good bluff. As we part ways, I consider the twisted paths of deception and the surprising turns of fate. I wasn't rich in money, but perhaps I was rich in luck, or at least in getting a second chance to rebuild my truth.